Good morning, everyone, from wherever you're watching me right now. I want to welcome you to my channel. This morning, I want us to speak to the politics that is going on in Nigeria, our country. There's a lot of, you know, news going around about who is going to run, who to run, and across all political board. Either we like it or not, I think the campaign for 2027 has started. There is a lot of coalitions, there is a lot of strategies, there's a lot of game seriously going on in the Nigerian political realm. But I want to specifically talk to an individual that I respect so much, and I think so many of us do respect. Even though in his time, his power, um, his government wasn't the best, but Nigeria still enjoy um, a bit of stabilities, both in the economy, um, in the democratic process, uh, every sector you can think of. In fact, our economy was growing on a steady rate. There were no more crises. People could manage their life. Compared to this time that we are in, I think the difference is so huge. Even though there were a lot of mismanagement, of which why Nigeria became dissatisfied with its government and the party PDP, which he belongs to, I was in power then. But things were much better. Who is this president? I'm talking about President Goodluck Jonathan. Currently, we are hearing, from the background that PDP is trying to lure President Jonathan to come and run. When every average Nigerian is yearning for Obi to be made the president, for me, I think this is the trap. And I want to specifically talk to Daddy Jonathan. Please don't run. President Goodluck Jonathan, don't run. You left when the ovations was loud. You said no Nigeria, no ambition of any individual is worth the blood of Nigeria. And we respected you for that. The world celebrated you for that. This little honor that you have, don't allow this political gangster, don't allow this political shark, people who have no any other career. Remember, you were once a lecturer, so you have work. Who have no any other career to rubbish the legacy that you have built, the honor that you have amassed for yourself. You've been engaging in a lot of international diplomacy, a lot of international missions as a result of your single sacrifice of living when the vision was loud, even though you could have made trouble when the outcome of the election result did not favor you, but you left because you choose to be a honorable man. I want to tell you that these men, these kinsmen, or whoever they are, these people who are pushing you right now to come and pick the PDP ticket, they are not doing you a favor. They are not doing you a honor. As a matter of fact, they are setting you up for humiliation because definitely you're not going to win this election. You're not going to win. So, what we'll expect from you, especially the youth, is that you anoint someone the masses are behind. And for me, I don't need to hide this. It's Peter Obi. Anoint this man and support him. Don't come and become the spoiler because that's what you're coming right now to do. If you succumb to this individual, this selfish individual who are pushing you, they're not pushing you because they love the country. You love the country. That is why you didn't want to stir up trouble and you left quietly. You love the country. We know that. And we want you to display that love this time around. Support someone that you know have that capacity to tackle the problems that we are in right now. Because in all fairness, the problems that Nigeria is in right now is beyond what you can handle. The people who are pushing you, they are going to put you under pressure even if you win. And at the end of the day, you might not do what you need to do. They are going to hijack the power from you. We want somebody who will have no loyalty to any godfather or anybody, who will do what is necessary to set these nations in the right path, who will not become president because of his own greediness. Obi has conquered greediness amongst the Nigerian politicians and is glaring to every human being of goodwill, except those criminals, those who don't have the interest of our nations. They are the ones that will continue to rubbish and dispute this achievement that is so obvious to every Nigerian. We are not saying he is the best. We are not saying he is going to be the best, but we know for sure with his antecedent that he's going to set these nations on the right path. He's going to rewrite the wrong. He's going to redirect the journey of this nation. We've traveled so long on the wrong path. And I think it's time that we make a U-turn and set ourselves on the right path. This country is a great country full of natural resources, human resources. Can you imagine the numbers of human resources that you know, that have escaped this country to other part of the world because of bad leadership, consistent bad leadership over the years? And it's not too late to rewrite our history. So I want to appeal to Jonathan. Please don't run. Those who are pushing you, they didn't mean well for you. They do not mean well for the nation. And I want to categorically tell you that it is a trap for failure that they are setting for you. It is a trap to strip you of the rest honor that you have before Nigerians. Just know this. And I want this to be on record, that someone somewhere told you this. They are not interested in you. If they were interested in you, they would have supported your government back then in the right way to govern this nation. But no, they were all about their selfish ambition. They were all about stealing and stealing. And these are the same people who are now trying to corner you to come and run under the PDP. And any attempt for you to run is already a win for the APC. And our punishment and sorrow will continue. Nothing will change. Because why? You are going to divide the vote of the opposition. And I also want to use this medium to talk to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. You've been running and you've been running for a very long time. There is no crime in running. There's no crime in pursuing your ambition. But we also want to advise that when the momentum of a nation is shifting towards one man, the honorable things to do is to support what is right. And what is right now is to allow Obi. Every right-thinking Nigerians know that this presidency was stolen from Obi in 2023. You yourself, you know. We all know. We all know the corruption that was perpetrated through the court, through the INEC and their staff. Nigerians know. And so we want that wrong to be right in 2027. Let the mandate be handed over to the person that it right belongs to, the persons that the masses voted for, and the persons that the masses are still yearning for. Let the mandate be handled for the person, and let him get the support of the masses to rule this nation, to pull these nations in the right directions. That's my take. And if you're watching me right now, what do you think? Is it advisable for Jonathan to run? For me, like I've said, I don't think so. I don't think so, especially right now. So if you're listening to me on Facebook, on YouTube, what we are discussing is a national matter. Either we like it or not, Nigerians belongs to all of us, and we all need to learn our voice. I'm sorry, my camera is not setting well. I hope in the next video we'll get that right. We are lending our voices to the issues that are going on in our countries. We want this country to be great. We want this country to be better. If this country is better, it's for the good of every Nigerian. It's for the good of our unborn children. Our reputation has been so damaged across the world because of the type of leadership that we have. A leader that do not prioritize us. A leader that only thinks about themselves and not about the good of the masses. And I think we don't have to continue with those set of leader. It is the right time to right the wrong. It is the right time to do the right thing and let this nation take off. We are so blessed, and God has been good to us. So why do we have to continue putting ourselves in the conditions that we found ourselves? Why do we have to allow this few among us to continue to sabotage what is meant to benefit the overall masses of these nations? Why do we have to, some of us have to rally around behind those who are imprisoning us, behind those who are the reason for our suffering? Why don't we align and say, let the best among us rule us? All other nations of the world that are developing today, this is what they are doing. They allow the best among them to rule them. Why do our own have to go down to religions and tribes? Any nations that allow religions and tribes to dictate their leadership, such nations will not grow. And this is a calamity we will find ourselves over the years. Religions, our tribes, our culture ought to be our ways of life. But they should not form the policies that govern us. They should not form, even though there are factors in the choice of government we have, even though there are factors in the way we should lead. But they should not become the reasons for who we choose as leaders. Now, I want to go back to the Bible. I remember in Samuel, when God was the one choosing king for Israel, he chooses Samuel as a priest to be the priest in the synagogue and also the priest over the nations. And at the time called the people say, no, 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 no. We want a king of our own. We want a king of our own. And God's okay. You want a king? Then have it. And that was the first king they have, King Saul. And we all know the disaster that happened. So sometimes what we yearn for, because of where we come from, or because of the language we speak, is not necessarily what God wants for us as a nation. It's not necessarily what will bring us the development, what will bring us the growth that we all need. And God is really behind this country. If not, some of the things that we take from this set of leaders, if it were other nations, such nations would have been aflame by now. But God loves this country so much And in spite of all that we've been through, we've been living peacefully. But the truth still remains that if we continue to allow bad people to continue to handle government, to continue to take over our politics, then we shouldn't expect anything less than what we are seeing right now. Because the Bible says when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. The nation receive healings. The people are blessed. But when bad people rule, the nation grow. And we are all groaning right now because we have criminals, wicked men and women in power who do not have the heart for fellow humanity, who only care about what they can amass. So I want us to think twice as we all walk towards 2027. Let's make the right choice and set this country on our path. All right, that's my take this morning. I want to see you in my next video as we talk on the state of the nations. God bless you all, and thank you for everyone that is watching and listening to me. I'll come live again tomorrow as we take on another issues as regard our nation. God bless you all.